Have you got any sort of standout memories?
In 2023, I had a stroke. So in 2009, I got asked to be the team umpire for the World Masters.
Tell us a little bit about, or a lot about, where you started, right from the start to where you are today. Hey guys, how you going? Matt Redman here, inside the game. We've got Matt Wagner with us today. He's one of our umpires from the local area who is here today to share his story and some of his expertise with us. Matt's gone from, he's going to tell us his story from when he's just started playing, never played the game before, to, he's gone all the way up to being the umpiring chief for Little League in New South Wales. So he's got an interesting story, Matt does, and I thought it'd be very interesting for our guys out there who are possibly thinking about getting into umpiring. Umpiring is such an important part of our game. We really need to cultivate a good culture around umpiring and educate. And I think having a chat to someone like Matt, who has sort of been around umpiring for many years now, would be a good start. So Matt, welcome mate. Thank you very much for coming in. You want to start off just by telling us a little bit about yourself? Tell us a little bit about, or a lot about, where you started, right from the start to where you are today would be good. I think people would be interested in that.
Well, I started playing baseball in 1997. I'd never played baseball, never involved with baseball, and played a little bit of indoor cricket with some mates. One of the local guys decided they were a mob of cricketers, so all the people out there that know cricketers, got nothing to do in winter time. They decided to play baseball. So they put a team together, asked me was I interested, and a friend of a friend sort of situation got involved, and we joined the Mets club back in 1997, and had never had anything to do with baseball before that. So a couple of weeks before the season started, we were at an oval down in Kearns. A guy was trying to tell us what a strike was. Up to the chest, up to the knees, over the plate, that sort of situation.
Or what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and we had no concept of what a ball or what a strike was. And one of the guys just said, he sort of explained to us that if it wasn't in that strike zone, you wouldn't hit it. But one of the guys from cricket said, mate, if it's close, what do I do? And he said, mate, if you think it's close, just whack it. So the first pitch, the first game, was a ball right on the toe, and the guy cover drove it over the third base's head for a double. So that was our introduction to baseball.
Yeah, I'll suit the cricketer. First pitch, suit the cricketer down to the ground.
Yeah, and he ran to first base with a bat in his hand and
carried the bat.
And that was introduction to baseball. So our opening bowler was the lead-off pitcher. The opening batter was the lead-off batter, and we just had a lot of fun and just whacked the crap out of the ball, I suppose.
Some of the best park ball baseballers that I know are cricketers. Like I've had cricketers in my team over the years, and one thing they can do is they can hit.
Yeah.
Like they can definitely hit. Like some of the best hitters I know in local leagues are cricketers.
Yeah.
So you're probably off to a pretty good start there with a team full of cricketers.
Yeah, so that was 97, and just played every winter for a couple of seasons in probably 99, around 2000. What happens in Macarthur anyway was the home team in the early game umpires the late game, and the late game do the early game, and we had to umpire. Never umpired, never been interested in umpiring, just said, oh yeah, I'll have a go, whatever. And from there, did a couple of games. Wasn't very good, but whatever. Had a crack. Got yelled at.
Someone's got to do it.
Got yelled at quite a lot. Went to an umpire, a community umpire, or level O course it was called then, at Casper's. At Ghosts, in the old house at Ghosts. So just, they sort of said, if you're going to umpire and you want to learn a few things, we'd do that. So we did that, and we did a lot of adult ball. And then when my son started playing T-ball, and we played T-ball because it was easy. It was a Saturday morning, the same ground every week, the same time, and it was finished in an hour and a half, and we had the rest of our Saturday for family stuff, and where cricket for kids was 4 hours, different grounds, different times, all over the place, and T-ball was easy.
Yeah. Hopefully some of your mates came over and brought their kids as well.
Yeah, well they did actually, and from there it was just a matter of, the coach needs an umpire. Had some interaction with baseball, but not a lot. It wasn't a baseball family or anything. And they just said, "Can you umpire?" And as my son got older, that grew from there, you know. And as he went through the age groups, so did Dad, the umpire.
Yeah, it's funny you say that we weren't a baseball family, because I definitely look at you guys now and think you're definitely a baseball family.
Yeah.
You're one of the families I think of when I think of baseball families, you know. So, you've definitely become part of the game, particularly in the local area.
Yeah. So as he sort of grew older and things, he got into under 12s it was then, it was State Cup. And they said we need an umpire for State Cup. So got talked into going to a first level 1 seminar at Manly, where it rained all weekend. It was all indoors, and umpired then locally in Macarthur, but didn't have any sort of interaction with other associations or adult baseball, like, you know, grade baseball, if you like. Just did park ball stuff, you know, and association stuff, and didn't really get to learn a lot. To be the team umpire for the Macarthur team in the World Masters, and went to Blacktown and did a few games. And really, you know, I thought I'd done a lot of games and I thought I knew what I was doing, but really I had no idea, honestly. And did a couple of games and got talking to a couple of the guys, and they asked me, do I want to be involved in umpiring some more sort of higher level stuff, you know, or learning to. So I got involved in the Umpires Association at sort of around that time. Did a few games, a bit of grade baseball, not a lot, you know. I've always sort of gravitated towards helping the kids learn to umpire and helping new people learn to umpire, and sort of the junior part of our game, I suppose. And yeah, enjoyed it from there. In 2016, after I'd been involved then for, I don't know, 10 or 8 or 9 years, I suppose, we're involved in Little League, and thought I better, you know, I'd like to learn more. So I'd been to a couple of national tournaments and talked my wife into letting me go to Williamsport, to the umpire school in Williamsport, which I went to with another guy.
Now it's getting serious.
Yeah.
Now the wife's starting to realise what she's in for.
Yeah, so I went there in 2016 to the umpire school at Williamsport, which they hold every year, and now they hold it twice a year. And so you stay there. It was really cheap. It was only $300 to go for the week, and the accommodation and all your meals and everything. It was just getting there was the cost, I suppose. And I met a lot of people there from all over America, and a couple of guys from Canada, and sort of started to interact with those guys on Facebook and email and that sort of stuff. Was lucky enough to get selected in 2017 to attend the Senior League World Series in Easley in South Carolina, where the Australian team was a team from Adelaide, the Adelaide Armada. Went to that tournament, and lucky enough to have done that tournament. So I suppose that's the highest sort of game I've done, if you like.
Well, it doesn't get much higher. Like, that's outstanding. You talk about, you know, people dream of being baseball players, to be able to go on and do great things and play overseas and all that kind of stuff. But you know, as an umpire, that took you to the States twice.
Yeah,
you know, to the biggest stage for kids. Yeah,
so I went again in 2019. I went to the Western Region School.
Oh, yeah.
And at Williamsport, I think they had 24 people. 22 for the first day, because 2 guys dropped out. But I went to the Western Region School, and they had about 80 people at their school in San Bernardino. And to give you an idea of the size of Little League in that part of the world, in Sydney we've got 8 charters, and we've got 11 with the country charters, and some of those charters are too big and we have to split them into 2 teams and that sort of stuff. So we've got 1 district for New South Wales. California has 100 districts.
Holy cow.
And their state tournament, or when they get to the regional tournament, so we go to the Australian tournament, they have a South California tournament and a Northern California tournament for their state, and then they fall into the Western region. California, Arizona, Hawaii, that part of the world. And then that's in 8 regions in America, where Australia's lucky enough to get direct qualification to that World Series, where the other teams in the region, in the world part of it, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Asia Pacific, Europe, Africa, fall into it, and Australia gets direct qualification to that.
Yeah, we're very lucky, aren't we? We are very lucky over here to have direct qualification. I think having that really has, boosted the interest in that sort of tournament baseball in general in Australia, and it's given us great opportunity over here because it's such a great organisation. The Little League, I've really enjoyed everything I've had to do.
Yeah, well, Little League, if you talk to the purists in America about Little League, they'll tell you that Little League isn't a baseball tournament. Little League's a sport or a mechanism to teach kids to develop, to set a goal, to, work hard, to respect what the umpire says, to listen to your coach, all those sort of things. It's not about winning or losing. I mean, obviously it's good to win, and it's not so much fun when you lose, but it's about what happens in life when things don't go your way. Do you fall on a heap or yell at somebody or scream at the other team, or do you just pick yourself up, dust yourself off and move on with life? Which
is the way I think all baseball and all kids sports should be. You know what I mean? Like, it's the very small percentage of kids that are going to go on and actually make a living out of playing sports. It's the vast majority of them are going to learn so much more, so many more valuable life lessons out of the game, particularly our game. As a game of failure, like it teaches the kids so much. Like they learn so much from this game. So if you approach it the right way, you really can build some really good, strong, young people out of the game. And
for me, umpiring's always been about being involved, helping out, being part of the club. I'm never going to be the best. I mean, it would have been a great beer league third baseman or something, but maybe wouldn't reach first base all the time. But umpiring, I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of friends, to make a lot of friends through baseball, and to teach kids and adults how to umpire and stay involved. If I was playing, I don't think I'd be playing anymore. I'm 61 now, but I can still give quite a lot.
Don't look a day over 60, mate. Doing well.
All the older I am, the better I was. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's good, mate. So what do you do now? Do you still have any involvement in the...
You won't believe what happens next. Type part 2 if you want more.
That's it for today's episode of RBI Australia Inside the Game. Thanks for tuning in. If you picked up something new, make sure to share it with your team or hit replay. We'll be back soon with more tips, drills and insights to help you level up. And hey, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, train smart, play hard and keep growing that game.
Up next.
Umpire has to make a call on every single play in the game, and it has a bearing on the game. If he doesn't call balls and strikes, it's nothing happens.
Yes.
To the biggest stage for kids.
Yeah, so I went again in 2019. I went to the Western Region School.
What would you say, or what would be your advice to anybody out there who's sort of a bit up and down, not sure, and thinking about possibly having to go at umpiring?
Ever feel like it's hard to find good gear, or a place that truly understands your love for the game? Sick of cheap stuff that falls apart, or coaches who just don't get it? At RBI Australia, we're players and families just like you. We live and breathe baseball, and we're here to help you play better, train smarter, and love every minute of it. From top quality gear to expert coaching and a real baseball community, everything you need is right here under one roof. Shop online or drop into RBI today and get ready for your best season yet. Gear's moving fast this season, so don't wait. Grab what you need before it's gone.